Hello, and welcome. Welcome back to the Stanley Parable, where now we will go and resume the game. Last we left off, paper is everywhere. All the paper.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Can I just go back in my room? Is that an option? Apparently not. Now then, this will be our first decision. Our first
When Stanley
choice.
came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Bitch, I do what I didn't want.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
So admirable.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
All the sodas.
Yes, really, really worth it being here.
Moving on, shush.
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
It says nut.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Kind of want to. I will choose not to.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Well, too bad. You're stuck with me. Now, we could easily do just fall off here. Die. Kinda wanna leave though.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
I don't even have feet.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
We'll just
stop
roll
trying to
with
make
this.
every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
We'll go through and do this ending. I'll probably
This is
have a
it,
little
Stanley.
snippet of
Your chance to redeem yourself, to
Me
put your
falling.
work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
kind of nervous. They say she, which means that there's someone to talk to. Opening and closing doors. All the fun. How does one lock a door open?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her.
I mean, I shouldn't have, but I will.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
Why am I
Come
being drawn
inside.
in?
Let me show you what's really going on here.
Why am I being drawn in? I don't want to go in.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
I feel raped.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
I don't wanna. I guess I have to.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Wait, as far as I know, something changes every time I do this.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
It's changing.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
What changes this time?
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
I don't spend time. It's valuable.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
They put a lot of detail into her face.
As he wandered through this fantasy world,
Food!
he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
I forgot how much of a mindfuck this actually is.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
This bench is made out of mahogany.
But there is no answer.
No,
How
my
could there
mahogany
possibly
desk!
be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Sleeping sounds nice.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
But
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can
Yes.
I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I'm killing myself, am I?
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And
How many times do I have to tell this game? I'm already dead! The world will never know. Off we go!
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
We are going to go back there. And I am
When
going
Stanley
to jump
came to a
off.
set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yes, I do.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Kind of. I need to walk through here.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
The narrator does an amazing job in this game.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
There's
foot
a
here.
door there.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult,
see,
but
will
the
I make
fact
it?
is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten
Go for it.
about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yes.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Maybe. I'll think about it.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Which door should I go through, guys? Let's go through the blue one. I like blue.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
But blue, my favorite color.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All
No.
right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've
Yes.
chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
It's red in here, but it's blue in here. I like blue. Blue!
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
I mean, a
Tell you
skill
what,
tree would be
Let
really...
me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
kind of want to now.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful.
Well, you had 3 doors, so it only seems
Here,
fitting to put
based
3.
on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Did they really put up a leaderboard? Can I be 666? Oh, fine then. Didn't like it at all. I don't like being in last place.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Is this the baby they were talking about? It is the baby.
The baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Watch it burn.
You heartless bastard.
We'll see her.
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done.
Yay.
It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have?
I think it is. Are we going back to Minecraft?
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
We're back in Minecraft, guys!
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with.
Yeah,
Is it
Minecraft!
enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough?
Who will play
And I'll
Minecraft?
say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley.
Minecraft!
I'm going to build a house. This will go here, no, here, and then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course, and just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
I mean, this is a good survival shack. Next time, try to build it maybe, I don't know, 5,000 blocks bigger.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
All the diamonds! This game is not accurate. It doesn't have the auto jump. Yeah, that very annoying auto jump. And yes, I got the achievement. I tried clicking space.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
There's coal right here. That could be used for light.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
But you might have found a diamond soon. That's actually a good mine shaft.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
I'm pretty sure I know what this is.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Block, go on circle.
Genius. No,
Okay.
actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these. Whee!
I did this by accident. Dark made mistakes. Do I just drop down more, or... I'll admit, I actually have never seen this. Oh, down we go. Whee! Where am I now? Wait, literally, I actually have never seen this before. It's kind of creepy in here. I like it. Oh my gosh. What a tragic moment. It's a blue screen of death. Oh, it's...
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
So...
I can wait.
This happened to have been a little bit longer than I probably would have liked. This might be where I push it off, considering that we just restarted. So yeah, that's the door endings. The other thing would be, I'm pretty sure if you fall off, just get the dead ending, which is about it. Don't know. And look forward to a different type of ending. Next time, I guess. And yeah, I am probably gonna take a break. So, goodbye.